Well, you don't die in a dream. You wake up.
Yeah, exactly. You wake up before you die every time. So what if, when in this world, when you die, you then wake up to a different reality?
Because you can dream inside of a dream.
Exactly.
So what's preventing us from being
inside of a dream? In a dream.
And when we die, we simply wake up.
To another dream. And then when we die in that dream, we wake up to a different dream. And what if this is just some hyper-realistic dream? We've only actually been in this dream for 2 seconds, but it feels like we've been in there for the whole time.
Yeah. What happens if we are in the Matrix? What happens if the Matrix is real? And we are just dreaming, and when we wake up, it's a
But what if the Matrix
world?
isn't real, and we are actually in the Matrix? But then we're not in the Matrix, because the Matrix is a dream.
Wait a minute. Oh, crap. What if this is simply the past? What if we are just dreaming of the past?
And we're the people who discover the Matrix?
What if we are just ourselves in the future dreaming of the past, of our future, or our past lives?
And this specific moment is a dream that we need to dream about, because something very important happens.
Because, what's preventing this from being a dream? Literally nothing.
Exactly.
Because you can dream inside of a dream.
Which means that if you can dream inside of a dream, it's virtually impossible that this isn't a dream.
No, we can't prove that it's not.
Exactly.
Because no one knows what happens when you die. Oh.
What if someone came back from the dead and then told us?
What if something accidentally happens where someone wakes up but then goes back to sleep and continues the same dream? Would that mean if we were inside of a dream, the dead person will come back to life?
Yo.
And they could explain that it's just a dream.
Okay, alright. Doc, I gotta stop you there. You know what I say to this?
What?
Eating meatballs.
Meatballs.
Alright,
very epic.
I have a different theory. So,
alright, what's your different theory?
You know, the concept of infinity. I'm here to prove to you that infinity doesn't exist.
But isn't infinity just something that keeps on going?
Take an object, a singular object. Say a meatball.
Yeah.
If you had infinite meatballs, there would be infinite possibilities about what could happen to those meatballs. And in infinite possibilities, there are infinite impossibilities. And infinite of those infinite impossibilities would be the meatball existing in the first place, which means the meatball can't be infinite. But also, one of the infinite possibilities would be the meatball existing in the first place. So then you'd have 2 different options. Either the first one, where literally everything is infinite, because there'd be infinite multiverses to hold those 2 different contradictions. Or you'd have a different multiverse where infinity doesn't exist. And I think we can tell that not everything is infinite in this universe, which means that nothing can be infinite. Infinity doesn't exist.
So you're saying there's a certain point when there's too many meatballs that just the space-time just cannot handle it?
Exactly.
And it just creates 2 separate universes.
To hold those 2 contradictions. Because one, a possibility is the meatball existing, but then an impossibility is the meatball existing. So then you need 2 different universes to hold them. And I'm saying that this is the universe where infinity doesn't exist. And if infinity doesn't exist, then 0 can't exist either. Because it literally...
Something that doesn't exist can't exist. Which 0 is nothing, so nothing cannot exist. Because there's nothing. So 0, therefore, is not real. 0 is just nothing.
And nothing is 0.
Holy. So 0 isn't real, which means nothing isn't real.
Which means that nothing is not real. Which means that nothing is real.
Well, if nothing is not real, then that means everything is everything.
And nothing is nothing. Which means 0 doesn't exist.
0 doesn't exist. As a wise man once said on the internet, one thing that cannot exist does not exist. I think. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
We're gonna go into some quick fire rounds. So, Patrick, tell me, why is a board game called a board game if you don't play it on a board?
But you do play it on a board.
But it's not a proper board. It's not like a whiteboard or a blackboard. It's not a board.
It's just a piece.
It's a piece of wood. You're hallucinating and having fun from a dead tree.
Whoa. But what about video games? We don't play in a video, because videos are just camera recordings. There's recordings. Video games aren't recordings.
We're making the recording. What if video games, we're the actual people playing, and we're the ones making videos, and then in the future people actually watch us playing videos, and that's why they're called video games, because they're videos of games.
What if all the video game companies are working together to watch our every move?
So that they can make a video of a video game, which is actually the true purpose of a video game.
And when games get more realistic, what happens if that is just real? What if that's just a real life video?
What if we're the main characters in a video game and this is the intro cutscene? This would be a pretty good intro cutscene, I gotta say.
Probably not, but that would be very interesting.
That would be.
We are all our main characters in our own story.
Exactly, because there are infinite stories, so infinite characters, which means everyone is a character.
There's infinite stories, because I could do one thing, and then another me could do another thing.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
There's infinite me.
There's infinite combinations of words.
There's infinite combinations of what I do. There's infinite combinations of
There's
you.
infinite possibilities. And in infinite possibilities, there's infinite impossibilities, which means that...
But infinite doesn't exist!
Yo!
Which means there could only be one me. Because there can't be infinite of me, because infinite doesn't exist.
Maybe this is the universe where everything is infinite, which means you are infinite.
And then in another universe, there's just one me.
And you are that universe. And then there's another universe where I am the universe. And then there's another universe where the viewer is the universe.
Who's saying that we are real? What if I'm not real and you are real? What if I'm real and you're not real?
Yeah, what if the only person who's real is the viewer and we're just pretending to be real? We're evil. And then the viewer is the only real person.
Holy crap.
Okay. Patrick, there's only one thing to say to this.
Eating meatballs!
Eating meatballs!
Where we have philosophical thoughts while eating meatballs.
Exactly. We don't have any meatballs currently, but I hope you're eating meatballs at home as we're doing this podcast.
I have a gun in my hands. You better be eating meatballs.
Yeah.
You better be.
He is the physical embodiment of corporate. And corporate likes meatballs.
What if the governments are just run by one person who wants to see what's
all
action?
Of your information.
What if God is like, what if we are just his little creation? So what if God makes us fight for his entertainment?
What if God is just a little child and he's like, he makes evolution. He's basically like some toddler who just puts all the strongest superheroes together and just mashes them together. What if that is evolution?
What if movies are real but just in a different universe?
Yeah, what if everything is in a different universe? What if
movie makers are actually universe travelers who go to different universes and take footage and put them into our universe to make some kind of movie?
what if like in one universe, this channel is actually called Eating Spaghetti? Or
But don't you eat
chocolate
spaghetti with
with Eatballs?
meatballs? But don't you eat spaghetti with meatballs? Of course not. No, that's you just eat raw meatballs.
Exactly. That's just how you eat them.
Who eats meatballs with spaghetti? It's just kind of messed
that's
up.
just like, I was kind of worried about you right there.
Yeah.
And also, wait, why are blinds called blinds if they stop you from going blind? And I have a theory on this. I think it's because the blinds are blind, because they are constantly in the sun, protecting you from the sun. They take one for the team by being blind to stop you from going blind.
Blind. What if blinds are called blinds because they blind the sun?
Oh my god.
Because blinds can reflect the light.
Yeah, they reflect the sun back at the sun, and it's like a mirror thing. Oh my god. There's only one thing to say to this theory. Eating meatballs. Okay, do you have anything else to say? Do you have any other theories that you
I have one more theory.
One more theory.
Meatballs are the best food in the world. This is not a theory, it's a fact.
A fact theory.
Yes.
Don't forget, it's just a theory. A fact theory.
No, we're gonna get copyrighted for that.
An eating meatballs theory.
An eating meatballs theory.
Yes.
Woo!
This has been a fun episode. So I guess we'll see you next weekend or whenever we record the next one. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure to like, so we'll make some more ones, and
now
and subscribe, and goodbye.
Now
Eating meatballs.
Meatballs.